That win allows you to join the leader group. How do you feel?
Yeah, it was important to win because many of them were on 4.5. So tournament-wise, it was important. But yeah, I was just going through the game and so many ups and downs.
You
Yeah,
guys always so curious, right? Right away about
yeah, of course, because there were a lot of interesting lines in the game. I just wanted to verify if it was working or not. At
So
some
let's
points,
see
yeah.
the conclusions. Take us through the highlights.
Yeah, it was this Marshall opening. I played the anti-Marshall, sorry. And this was a small idea that I had. It was not really my idea, but my second's idea. That black has this double pawns, although he has bishop. It's not really easy to, gain counterplay. It's a position which, like David enjoys and he'll play for 7 hours. So I was hoping for that.
Just one quick question. Can you reveal who your second is, or is it a secret?
I would like to keep it a secret
Okay.
for now. Yeah. So nothing much was happening in the game, but here he played a strange move, bishop to c6. I was expecting him to go c6, bishop c8, and it felt more flexible. But with bishop c6, I realized that now his pieces are a bit paralyzed. Like he cannot move his queen because c7 and b5 both are hanging, and there's not really much he can do. So he was just waiting, and then I played this curious plan of bishop to b8 to attack this pawn. And yeah, it was just like complete what to say, traffic, or I don't know. His pieces are stuck, but at the same time, I can't really improve because let's say if I try to bring my knight to a5 from d2, he always has d5. So I have to watch out for his counterplay. But here I played this nice move, knight b1. One of the ideas is if he just waits, it's like to go knight a3 with the idea c4 takes b5. But anyways, it was chaos.
How did you evaluate the position?
I knew I was better, and surprisingly, he offered me a draw somewhere around here. I guess he thought that white can't really improve, but he missed my idea of knight b1 and bringing the knight to a5. I played a bit too cautious with g3. Probably I should directly go for knight to a5, but he brings knight f4, queen e8, queen g6. I was not sure. Anyways, so I'll go through the critical section. Queen e8, king f1. Yeah, I thought I'll do this king march to the other side and get famous, but it didn't really happen.
At least you tried.
Yeah, because if I try to go, he gets some counterplay on the king side. The critical moment was somewhere around here. Like I allowed him counterplay with d5, which was very smart of him to spot it because the point is knight e5, queen h5. I thought I had knight g4 blocking it, but he just moves the bishop, and next move he'll take on h3, and there's too much counterplay. My pieces are completely stuck, so I had to go back. Queen h5, king e1, bishop d7, and I think I played this very nice move, queen b7. The point is, if he takes on h3, I'm going bishop c7. If he gives a check, okay, I just have knight f1. And I'm threatening to take the bishop. His pieces are still stuck. I think Engine was showing some brilliant way to draw, like bishop e8, I think so. And then some bishop h5 and some weird counterplay, which I don't really understand yet.
Not very human, this one.
Yeah. He played d4. It was 40th move, and after this, it's winning. But yeah, this was a critical moment. Like I could go
somewhere around here before we went live, you started shaking your head at the screen.
Oh, I did?
When you were looking through the lines.
Oh, I didn't realize. No, the point is if I go f3, which looks good, I was a little bit worried of some piece sacrifice like this. And he just pushes h pawn. I mean, objectively, white must have something, but it looked unclear. And if I go king d3, my king is a bit misplaced. He can go back, and maybe and white is still better, but maybe it's not so clean. So I thought knight f3 was very accurate. And here there were very interesting lines. So let's say he should have gone bishop c8, and queen b6 is most natural move, but it's draw, because if he takes, his only idea is to take on e4. But here I have this nice move king e3, and he cannot really defend both e7 and c8. But there was a nice intermezzo with knight d5.
Oh.
So I forces me to take, and then queen c7, e4, queen c8, queen f3, king e1, e3, takes, king d1, queen d4. The problem is I can't really escape because he has this, and I think this is a draw. I was trying to calculate all the way, but I'm not sure how accurate I was, but I think he has good chances to make a draw. So he should have tried it, but I had this defense with queen a7, so that knight d5 doesn't really attack my queen. And there was this move, queen g4, bishop d8, queen e4, queen e3, queen c2. Problem is if I go to f1 with check, he'll take on d8, 92, 95. I know I'm showing too many lines, but...
But they're very, I mean, they're fascinating lines.
Yeah, I was not sure what this endgame is. It looked better, of course, but maybe black has good chances to draw. So he went queen e8, which was surprising. Like, he went so passive. A knight e5, bishop c8. And the most accurate move would have been queen to b8. The point is that in the game, he had this move knight g6, but now the bishop would be hanging. I was a bit lazy at this point. I saw this idea with knight g6.
When you say queen b8 would have been the most accurate, it's because you checked it.
Yeah, I mean, after playing also, I realized that
I
chose the wrong square. And this was a very clever idea by him, because if I take, bishop d8, queen e4, again, the problem is wherever the king goes with check, he takes the bishop on d8. And here I made two inaccuracies. Like queen c7 was, like I was a bit shocked because of this counterplay. I should have gone bishop f6. Okay, and just clearly better, but maybe he's fighting. And I panicked a bit. I played this, and here he could have played bishop to d7. I think this would have given him still some chances to fight.
Did you spot this during the game, and what was going through your mind?
I was kicking myself for allowing so much counterplay. But when he played knight f3, I felt really good, because I saw this trick that it looks like there is mate, but this bishop f6 covers the a1 square, and I think that's what he missed. And okay.
Yeah, we saw the reaction on camera of Hans clearly shook after bishop f6 landed on the board. You realized it was game over. What a comeback. You started actually this tournament with a loss to Erwin Lamy, but now you're in the leader group, 4.5 out of 6. How do you reflect on these last few days?
I think some of the games have been very fighting. Not some, I think almost all of them have been very fighting. But when it comes to, let's say, accuracy, it could be better. Like, I almost allowed him the chance to come back, but luckily he was low on time and he couldn't find it. So there's of course scope for improvement, but I can't really complain of how things are. If I just fix this, I think the rest of the games will be will go well, I think.
Tomorrow is a rest day. The day after that, you guys come back to the board. There's a big leader group. Is there a player in particular that you would enjoy facing over the board, or maybe someone that you would rather avoid? Do you have any preferences?
No, not really. I mean, all of them are equally strong. Yeah, anyone who is nice to me, I think I wouldn't mind.
That sounds like a good plan. I'm going to turn to our commentators to see if they have any questions.
Yeah, and Vidit, you've played in the Isle of Man before. I remember actually playing against you a few years ago. What are your thoughts on the island? Do you enjoy playing chess here?
Yeah, somehow I have played a lot of aggressive or attacking games here. I don't know what's the reason. Maybe the time control probably helps me to think and take more risks. But yeah, I can't complain, and some of the games which I've played have brought me good memories now.
Yeah. Okay. And do you have any special routines for playing in such a big and strong open?
This one is a little bit special because there's hardly any time. Like after the game I go back, it's dinner time. Dinner is done. It's like pairings are out, and in the morning you wake up. You have to prepare. There's just no time. So I'm glad that there is rest day. So no routine as such, but maybe more sleep tonight. That would help.
And tomorrow is a rest day. Do you have any special plans?
Yeah, I'll do the same things, but take longer. Like, sleep longer, have breakfast with peace. Dinner very coolly with my friends. Just enjoy it, which I cannot really do on the other days.